didn't watch last night's game to see if Dallas could beat Seattle. They're a better team. I didn't watch the game to see if Dallas would beat another inferior team at home or Dak would play well. He's been playing well for a time now. That's not what it's about. What I watch the Dallas Cowboys for now is I view them currently as a top 5 or 6 team that can win the Super Bowl. And I haven't felt that in decades. They have several key ingredients that Super Bowl winning teams have. They've got a very good quarterback playing easily the best football of his life. An explosive playmaker in CeeDee Lamb emerged this year as a star. Excellent pass rush. Above average offensive line. A veteran head coach, in my opinion, Mike McCarthy, having the best coaching year of his career. They're super aggressive. I like that. And they're tremendous at home. It's not just about having good players. Generally, teams that win Super Bowls, their coaches, their coordinators, their good players are having their best years. My number one concern with Dallas, their defense stepped up situationally last night, has always been situational football, right? Like red zone offense, they get there, they don't get enough touchdowns. Penalties, they're always penalty clogged. I'm just going to have to live with that one. But for 25 years, I have been right and mostly had the same opinion on the Cowboys. They'll be pretty good. They're my pretty good team because they're usually pretty good. Tony Romo's pretty good. Dak's pretty good. Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy, pretty good. O-line's been great, but Dallas is pretty good for 25 years. You, Cowboy fans, have been on Dallas is very good, Dallas is great. So I'm on a 25-year winning streak. But this year, I'm going to pivot. They're very, very good, with key players having their best years. And you want to know who's having his best year? Mike McCarthy. Buys great coaches in this league. Andy Reid's known for this. Sean Payton. They take that bye. Remember Brady's first year in Tampa? Totally different team out of a bye. Dak Prescott before the bye. 6 touchdowns, 4 picks. Post-bye, 20 touchdowns, 2 picks. CeeDee Lamb before the bye, touchdown. Now averaging 118 yards a game and 6 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks, invisible early. Now, post-bye, 4 touchdowns. Jake Ferguson. I mean, it was like, milk carton stuff. Anonymous. Jake who? 4 touchdowns, post-bye. That's called coaching. That's what good businesses do with good bosses. They get better over time. They spot important people. They evolve. They elevate. I preached all year, this team is way too CeeDee Lamb dependent. They're not anymore. Tight end's good, powerful, cocky, and productive. Tony Pollard, 3 touchdowns, 3 games. Dak is on a complete heater. Dak has never played this well. And guess what? Mike McCarthy gets some credit for that. He does. Let me ask you, and I don't think any reasonable person would deny what I'm about to say. Dallas is absolutely a top 5, 6 team in this league. Come on. Burrow's gone. Josh Allen's struggling. I mean, you can put Kansas City, Baltimore in there, Philadelphia, San Francisco. They're a top 5, 6 team. Detroit, not what we thought. Dak is on fire. 20 TDs, 2 picks post-bye. Never been this confident. Never been this accurate. Never had a teammate, not even Amari Cooper, that's this good. This is good coaching. And ask yourself this. If Mike McCarthy makes his 2nd Super Bowl, there's going to be a quarterback in New York that's going to look like really high maintenance. And maybe all the problems in Wisconsin weren't Mike. Like, that's what I'm watching. I'm watching Aaron's career, worst playoff record with LaFleur than Mike. Aaron with a circus in New York. And Mike has made Dak Prescott currently today. I'm not talking all time. I'm not talking next year. Right now, Dak's a top 3 quarterback in the league. He is. He is. I'm not getting turnovers. I'm getting accurate. I'm getting confident. I'm getting big plays. I'm getting 4th quarter excellence. I'm finding myself rooting for Mike McCarthy, who too often has been the butt of jokes. But I have preached for years and years on this show. If there's new information, you need a new opinion. Daughter's going into surgery. They have an alternative drug that seems to be successful. Use it. Pilot gets new radar information. Storm headed our way. Avoid it. Insider information on a company. CEO selling the stock. I'd sell yours too. New information. Mike McCarthy is having a great year. Situationally, we beat all these guys up. But look at how CD's playing. Dak's playing. The O-line's had injuries. The explosion of their tight end play. Pollard's a 2, but he's playing better. Brandon Cooks took a while to figure it out. Jerry Jones is still a handful. I still worry about late game situations with Mike McCarthy. I've come to terms with Mike's teams in Dallas just get penalized a lot. I'm over trying to fight it. But we got to be fair. We got new information. Dak's never played this well. Mike's having a great season. Super Bowl winning teams are not just about having good players, but it's often good players having their greatest year. Players that find themselves during or after a bye. Players that stay healthy. Micah, Dak, CD Lamb, Lawrence. There's some dudes here. Ferguson now. Corners, Bland. This is a Super Bowl level team. And I don't remember the last time I thought that about the Dallas Cowboys. All right, let's talk Seahawks. Briefly. Seattle needs to figure out what they are. So I've always had this feeling with Pete that he doesn't like a quarterback-reliant team. He tends to be a bit old school. He wants to run the football. They drafted another running back this year, and he wants defense to rule the day. The problem is Seattle's wide receiver and tight end talent is arguably their best talent. And more, Geno Smith's big season last year looks like a fluke. His completion percentage is way down. His interceptions are up. He's got fewer touchdown passes, even though the receiving core is actually better. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Noah Fant. Those are dudes. Seattle's defense, it's not great. The running backs, I like them both. They're never healthy. You can't rely on defense. You can't rely on these running backs to stay healthy. Your stars are a couple of really good corners and some really good weapons. What Pete Carroll wants to win with and what he needs to win with feel like he needs an ideological reboot. Go get a quarterback. Stop pretending Drew Lock's the answer potentially or Geno Smith is. Look at who's leading divisions. Your Tuas, your Jalen Hurts, Dak's up there. Look who's leading division. Brilliant offensive coaches, very good quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes. Right now, Russell Wilson surging. Go get a dude. I know Pete historically loves the run game and the defense, but rules have changed. Nobody's winning now with defense. The Niners last year got gashed by both Kansas City and Philadelphia. The Niners defense. Remember Kansas City? They couldn't stop them. Remember Philadelphia? They couldn't stop them either. You can't win that way. You can have a good situational defense, but Pittsburgh's got a great defense, right? All those players, they're not a Super Bowl team. Go spend money. Trade players' picks. Get a quarterback. These weapons are really good. DK and Lockett, the rookie coming into his own. The backs can catch. They just can't stay healthy. Noah Fant is he is a tough matchup, dude. Looks like a defensive tackle that can catch and run. But what they want to be and what they are feels like two different things. I would be hyper-aggressive. Go get a quarterback. Go look at the history of the franchise. When they had Russell Wilson and Dave Craig, who was an underrated player, even Jim Zorn was better than people nationally acknowledge. That's when Seattle's been really, really good. This team has an absolute ceiling, and their best talent, to me, is on the perimeter, defensively and offensively.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.